Hello class, or classes. I had somebody actually send me this question, so I figured I'd record it and send it to all of you. It basically has the question stem, and it says graph the line, and then it gives you the equation y equals negative 4 over 3x minus 1. And so in this case, you can if you remember, I said to you, there's several ways you can approach this. The easiest, and I always say the easiest way, is to start with the intercept, since they give you the equation in slope-intercept. There's your slope, and there's your intercept. So that means that when I look at this equation, when x is 0, this equation reads y equals negative 4 over 3 times 0 minus 1, which indicates that all of this cancels, it goes away, and you are left with the y-intercept of negative 1. So the coordinate point you should start off with is 0, negative 1. Okay, so this is your xy, apparently the x is dancing, this is your xy coordinate column, okay? To graph a line, you technically only need 2 points, unless they are asking you to use more than one. So there's a couple of ways you could do this. One way I showed you was the change in y is the negative 4. I always put the negative with the top number. That's the change in y. This is the change in x. So that means that x is a positive 3, and you're going to add the slope negative 4 here. And so your next point for the x should be, in this case, should be 3. And for your y, your next point should be negative 5. This is your next coordinate point, which is 3, negative 5. Okay. I'm going to show you how this connects directly to counting. So if we count, you're going to have the same result. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to draw a quasi-coordinate plane. Okay, apparently I can't draw a straight line to save my life, but there you go. Alright, and so we start with our y-intercept. So we start with this point, 0, negative 1. When x is 0, y is negative 1. So that puts us right here. That's our first point. If I use the concept of the count of the slope and I just count it, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and over positive 1, 2, 3. So my next coordinate point should be at this value right here. Okay, so notice if I go 1, 2, 3, I'm at x is 3, and y is negative 5, because this is negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, respectively. Okay, notice again, to see how that's a negative 4, I'm counting down 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's my new line. That's using the counting method. Since this is now a positive 3, because I moved the negative up, then I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 to the right, and I'm here at this point. Again, this point is 3, negative 5, which is the same point that I have here. Okay, so we graph our line. What we need at this point is a straight edge. Right? So if I take a straight edge and I bring it here and I use that to draw my line, alright, I'm going to try and stick on the line, so let's see if I can do a nice job of it. Yeah, it looks like I am. I'm not very good at drawing straight lines, apparently my hands are shaky. There you go. Done. There's your line. And this obviously is the coordinate point 0, negative 1. Okay, so I hope that example helps. Let me see, I think the student sent me a second question. Let me see if I can find it real quick so I don't delay the recording. And I love it when you send me questions. This is how it's supposed to be done, so that you're not stuck waiting for the program to answer your question. So it looks like that's the only question I have. So I hope this helps you. This goes back to chapter 1. So